Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Metaverse Masterminds. Metaversation with the great nations is what we're called tonight. Regular viewers will notice that we're not hosting our usual weekly episodes. We've got an extra special edition for you viewers out there this evening. Now, we will hopefully get on with the show as soon as possible. We are waiting for one of our VIP guests. Let me just check at the back office, make sure that we are hosting the members that we need to be on the show to start off with. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Metaversation with the great nations. That's what we've called this show this evening. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be having a metaverse conversation across all the nations. And it's a great pleasure to welcome to you the Bureau of Forefront panel. This evening, we've got Private Buddykins at the top. Let's have a wave from Private Buddykins. We've got Dorian, second down. I don't think his webcam's on. We've got Winnie Skibbs. Welcome, Winnie. Sergeant Meng. We've got Private J, Walking Games, and King Ben present in the studio thus far. Let me have a look, see if we've got anybody else. Just 1 second. Just hold the line a minute. Just before you go. Okay, just checking some technical issues in the back office. Make sure everything's hunky-dory at this end. Okay, guys, let's start from the very beginning. Yeah, if everybody can put their cameras on, please, in the back office. We'd like to see our members. Dorian, we've got two other members in the back office that we're waiting to see who is present in our studio this evening. Okay, let's try and get on with this this event. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tonight marks a significant step in the development of the Web3 era. Over the past few weeks, the Bureau of Forefront and its members have witnessed a great transformation in the digital arena. The launch of Dowversal with the TFA program has lit the fire in many members' hearts. The waking up of communities is a sight to behold, and this evening we want to share with you the joy and excitement that we have here today. Where better to start than with some of the greatest team leaders from across the globe? Our first special guest on the show is a work colleague of mine, if you like. We met in a Discord server many moons ago, and we helped our community members for quite some months. Our ways parted over the time until just a few days ago, and what a pleasure it is to finally get together under far better circumstances within the Dowversal ecosystem. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Dorian Saunders. It's an honor to have you here this evening, sir. Good evening, Dorian. Are you there? Can you hear us? Okay, Dorian, can you turn your microphone on, sir? Okay, it looks like Dorian's having technical problems at that end. Okay, Dorian, you will have to log out and log back in, sir, because we can't see your video or your microphone on. Okay, while we just wait for Dorian to sort out his technical problems at his end, let's just wait for that to happen. Okay, guys, sorry about that. It's one of those problems. What I've got to say, guys, is we are covering many continents this evening, so we've got a very wide time barrier. Some people are early afternoon and some people are very late in the evening, so we've got to be careful on Who is coming? Here we are. Now then, we have Dorian in the room. Okay, Dorian, that's much better. Let's try and see if we can highlight Dorian. There we go. So we have you on air now. How are you, sir? Good evening.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How are you? What time is it there?
It's 5 minutes past 8 in the evening, Dorian.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great at 2 p.m. Central here in St. Louis.
That's fantastic. How are you? And did you get in the studio okay? We've had a few technical problems at this end.
It was easy to get in. It wasn't working the first time. I had a previous one. It was on, so I just logged out of some other things, and I was able to hear pretty easy.
Okay, no problem whatsoever, sir. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass you over to Sergeant Meng, because Sergeant Meng's got a few questions that he'd like to ask you on your recent trip to Dubai. So good evening, Sergeant Meng. Are you there?
I am. Can you guys hear me? How you doing, Doran?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. So, you know, I'm sure the viewers want to know, you know, since you recently visited Dubai and met the entire headquarters team, we'll be showing your photos. Can you like briefly talk about them?
Sure, I can talk about them.
Okay, let me try and share my screen so that we can get Dorian's photos on the screen for him. So can I get a nod from my assistant that we've got? Let me just just bear with me a second. We have to share this one here. Okay, so now we should have photographs on screen. Okay, then go ahead. You should be able to talk me through, and I'll flick through the pictures when you want me to, Dorian.
This photo is kind of funny. When I went to Dubai, again, the story behind it is I wasn't going there for good intentions. Okay. I needed information. And so I wasn't dressed appropriately. So when I was on the way to the office, the second time, some of the guys was like, Dorian, you're underdressed. I'm like, guys, all I have is t-shirts. It's 115 degrees here. It's too hot for me. I'm not wearing a suit out there in that. And so Muhammad and Jonah, you know, they wanted the match. So they matched me. They put on their they put on t-shirts. Muhammad ended up wearing shorts. So we took pictures together to, I appreciated him dressing down so I could fit in because I was hot. it was hot for me. So with that picture, you know, we were just, they were trying to make me fit in. So, and they did a good job of that. So.
Okay, next picture coming up.
These are some of the employees in the Diverso office. There was to the right of that. They had food lined up for us. So these guys, again, they're humble guys. They're working hard, and they were just kind of making sure that everything was going smooth there in the office. So look at they're just staff in the office.
Excellent. There's your third picture.
That is Muhammad. Muhammad, he was a little worried about me not wearing shorts. So Muhammad, when I got there, it was funny. He was like, Dorian, I was scared you would come in with a suit. And my friends were telling me, Dorian, go to the mall, get a suit, dress up, dress like business. And thank God I didn't, because Muhammad came true. T-shirt, shorts. I don't even know if he has shoes on, but we were just very comfortable. So they wanted me to feel comfortable. They did a great job of making me feel at home. When I got there, I was going to go there a couple of times. Muhammad and his staff, Jonah and his staff reached out to me and they said, look, Dorian, when you land, we're going to pick you up. We already got you a place to stay. And I wasn't really expecting anything, but they put me in a suite. They made sure I had food. The food was awesome. At their homes, if you can call it a home, it's more like a compound, I would call it. They had 24-hour shifts there. that they could pretty much prepare anything that you wanted. And I kind of like the hospitality. So Muhammad is a great guy. I loved enjoying spending time with him.
Excellent. Okay, the next photo coming up. That would be the same photo. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
This was at a steakhouse. It was a Russian restaurant we went to, and we got to try every steak pretty much in the world. You know, you couldn't eat when you go there. If you're a vegetarian, you're not going to this restaurant. It was super high end, well put together. And that is Muhammad's wife. She is Russian. She was a sweet lady. And we just got to, you know, break bread, drink wine, and talk about everything: life, politics, business, Diversal, everything, themselves, myself. And I got to know Muhammad and the leaders inside of Diversal well in this short time. And it was pleasant for me to create a relationship with them, because where I came from, you know, we were used to dealing with people with masks and not knowing who they are. So this was kind of a neat treat that I got to touch these guys and look them eye to eye, and kind of and see their concerns and their goals and how they're going to get there. And I can't wait to go back. I definitely will be going back this month sometime, just to keep my eye on the ball and make sure I'm on it.
It looked a really relaxed atmosphere there, Dorian.
It really was. It's a beautiful place.
Okay, there's your next picture.
All right, singled that guy out. I do know why. Okay, I singled him out. But this is I was in a room, and there were some other members to the left of that room. And basically, sitting down in a chair was a VC investor, and he was part of the energy sector. And I don't know if I could say his name live on this call. I know his name, but he's part of the energy. And when I say energy, I'm not just talking about oil. I'm talking about nuclear, electric, and oil. And when I talk about resources, these guys had massive, massive resources, to the tune that it would be hard for me to explain. You would have to see it to believe it. So the guy sitting to the chair, I thought he invested most of the money. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. This is part of an Asian bank, and they were bringing in some guaranteed bonds from the Chinese market, and they were also looking to invest in some things, all things Web3 and Metaverse. So that was good to see the money talk and what they were looking for. And it was good to see that, guys, outside of Diversal, there's a consortium of businesses with money that I can't explain, that they are definitely all in Web3 technology and the metaverse. And when you think of Web3, think of Web2 and its origin, and Google, how all of that blossomed, where we came from the box computers to the phones this big, to now we got little bitty iPads. Well, Web3, guys, I don't know that we need phones. Okay, so like we're transitioning to that. So the money from companies or individuals or VC capitalists around the world is looking at platforms like Diversal and their ability to bring communities together to take advantage of that. So communities coming together is going to be a big deal in this world. So this is just one of those VC members. And I was glad to be in one of those conversations.
Excellent. It's all a big part of the jigsaw. Okay, yes. Next picture.
This is the compound of Jonah's house. And this is just, like I said, it's not a house to me. It was more of a compound or a military base. But this is the front. This is the foyer. I don't know that I can get through this thing without a guide. To the in the right, they had 24-hour chefs there. Like I said, they didn't really have food prepared. They prepared what you want, and they asked you what you want. I was trying to not be rude because I don't eat a whole lot of meat. I'm more of a vegetarian. So these guys, I'm not a vegetarian, but I try to, watch what I eat. These guys, they just put it together where they want it. And we have every kind of race sponsored in this house. And these guys just cooked anything. I loved it. I'm a rum and Coke type of guy. And they went through whatever they had to go through to go get some whatever kind of rum I wanted. They made sure they had it. I liked it. So they also, in this house or compound, these guys work hard. And when I say they work hard, they may go in a little later than us on the Western side. We'll come in and we might work 9 to 5. These guys will start working at about 10, but they're not stopping till about 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning. And then when they wake up, if they get an idea, there's a staff. They've got a whole section where they got staff that comes in, and if they have an idea, they tell their staff and they're working on it. And all of them live like this. And I thought, wow, these guys are not like me. They're a little bit different. So I enjoyed the. Yeah.
It sounds like nothing's too much of a problem there.
That's great. It didn't look that way. No. And guys, I don't even know if I call it a mansion. All right. These are just people. I don't know if they're actually, they are, a lot of them were, how do I call it? Investors in the energy sector and or the crypto space. Very successful. And so I just took some pictures of her. One of them, she was a investor in the energy sector from Ukraine. I kind of had an idea what she was worth. I can't say it on this call. I can only say a lot of the people in this home were very well educated and established. So that was just, and there's the guy in the back, the big guy, dark guy. I took a picture of him because I kind of related to him because I'm a short kind of guy, short kind of t-shirt kind of guy. So.
Okay, next picture. We know who this is.
This is Kay. Kay is phenomenal. I thought she was a kid. She looked younger than my daughter. I didn't know she was a superstar. She's walking around with a computer. I just figured she was staff. I pretty much ignored her till I found out she's on Forbes magazine. She had 25,000 in Bitcoin. Yeah. 25,000 in Bitcoin. It's hard for me to get my mind around it. And she's a kid. She's someone that designed games in the Beijing or Chinese market. Guys, and I'm going to butcher this, but some of the games she did in the Web3 has grossed hundreds of billions of dollars in a year. And as brilliant as she is designing games for us, some that are coming out in the next few months. And while she was walking around with this computer, she was walking around my avatar in the new product, the MySpace. And so she was just doing it. I didn't know, like, someone that's worth 25,000 Bitcoin, why is she working this hard? But guys, this is no joke. She does look like a kid. She probably is a kid, but she is brilliant. And she's got a creative mind, and she's on our side. Diversal wasn't what I learned by this is it wasn't just a staking platform for you to just print money where we all came from. They have products. These products we get to earn from. The question is, are we going to give Diversal what they need? And we've been doing it, guys. When I got back to America, I've been on fire doing that thing. So Kay, I respected Kay. I liked her work ethic. again, she works at a level that I can only, I don't know, hope to get to.
She certainly put her heart and soul into this project. Yeah, absolutely.
That is where I was staying, I think. No, that is the outside of his house. Again, it's not a house. I don't know what to call that. Okay, like when I pulled up, I didn't know what I don't know what to call it, but it's his own.
Beautiful, all the same. Beautiful architecture.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's Ash in the back. In the back, Ash is one of the guys made sure I was taken care of with travel. Guys, they picked me up in Mercedes-Benz. I like every car that picked me up was in a Mercedes-Benz. I always had food in it. Wherever I need to go, that I had a car. You know, so they made sure that I didn't have to worry about transportation, food, and that guy Ash. I was very appreciative of Ash. Ash was an awesome guy, very humble man, very humble man.
Excellent. Next slide.
This guy, I don't know why I put a circle around that. Forgive me for that, but he is also a part of. He came from, I want to say Beijing. They were connected to a bank. I don't want to say the name, okay, but they were connected to the bank, offering Chinese government bonds, of which I was trying to get some of them. But because I'm an American citizen, I couldn't get them. But guys, I was trying to get my hands on it. They were very profitable, but that's who that was.
Okay, next slide.
These are some of the Italian members that traveled to Dubai with me. Some of them started dressing down for me when I first landed there. Some of them were kind of getting on me for not dressing business-wise, but we all connected. In the end, we were all wearing T-shirts. Okay.
Was it very hot out there, Dorian?
For me, you'd think being black, you know, like I'd be to take that heat, but that was a little much for me. So it was hot for me.
You have to acclimatize, don't you? Okay.
Yeah, I'd get,
next
slide. Got to get used to it. Again, we were taking a break from in the lunchroom. This is kind of like a breakout area where we go. And again, there was food in there for us to eat, and we would just relax. So we were in here cracking up, saying jokes. We were starting to become friends by this point.
That's excellent, sir. That's the end of your slideshow. So back to you, Sergeant Meng.
All right. So the second question, what did you learn about Dalversal during your trip that you can share with us?
All right. I'm going to give a little context here. Again, when I went to Dalversal, it wasn't warm and fuzzy for me. It was more or less, what is going on? You know, my family was involved in another project, and I had friends involved in the project, and you know, as they look at me for answers, I mean, I didn't have them. I didn't have the answers. And when I think of the resources I personally invested and friends that follow me invested, I didn't feel I had the ability not to go. I had to go to get answers because no one in America was giving us answers. We didn't have it. So I had to go. So I went there. We prayed, just to give you guys context, a group of us, about 100 of us prayed. We prayed so hard I cried. We prayed, I cried, I got on a plane, landed. We all prayed again. I cried again. Okay. There's a friend of mine, Tracy Humphreys, that I talked to, good friend of mine. I talked to her and she taught me a word, discernment. She said, Dorian, I don't have a very good discernment. You need to get this. You need to find out if Dalversal is connected to Sam Lee. Dorian, you need to find that out. You need to look them in the eye and ask them that, are they connected with Sam Lee? And what's this with all this blah with our, and I was trying to write it all down. I had my iPad and this Tracy Humphreys was laying into me. And guys, and to her credit, she wasn't kind because I'm more of a loving, kind of humble kind of guy. Tracy is loving and humble too. But guys, just like me, she had a community. They needed answers, and I was going. You understand? So when I went to meet Jonah, I had all this information to blow out at him. And trust me, he took it well. You understand? And I did ask him. So if you want to ask me what I learned, I looked Jonah in the eye. I looked Muhammad in the eye, the CEO and the CMO. And I asked them if they had anything to do with Sam Lee. And I can tell you, they want nothing to do with Sam Lee. Now, me one-on-one, they weren't as polite as they would be in a group setting. You understand? In a group setting, they are going to be polite. I can tell you, I am not them. I'm not under any kind of agreement. They're not feeling that guy. You know what I'm saying? They will smile at you and be like, they're not feeling him, nor do they want to feel him. The other thing I learned, if anything hyper, as we felt some kind of way, as the goalposts moved on the people that followed us, Jonah and Muhammad feel some kind of way too. They paid resources for something that they thought they were getting. They thought they were getting apples and they got oranges, so they're feeling some kind of way. They had to shift too. So they paid for something they didn't get. So that is something they were very upset about. And I was glad that they were human. I didn't like what they went through. I don't like what we went through. But what gave me peace is Jonah and Muhammad had the same stress, if not more, than I had. They have burdens and they align with mine. And if they align with mine, they align with most of you on this call, because most of us just want some or all of our money. We just want some. We want something. Right? So, guys, what I can tell you, what I learned in a simple sentence is their goals align with ours. The other thing I learned is this isn't a march of dimes. This is not something where Diversal owes you anything. They don't. You got to get that out of the way. Throw the trash can. They don't owe you anything. What we are is we are together trying to help grow this community so they can continue to pay us some of our money, if not some, but all. We've got to bring the community together. That's all they're asking for. That's it. They're not asking for money. They're not asking for anything other than clicking a button.
Like you said at the beginning, Dorian, we're looking at a win-win situation here.
Bingo.
Okay, bingo. Meng, I believe you've got one more question, Meng.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Any advice for hyper members who are new to buying land and starting to see its value?
My advice to you is start small. Just try it. Just click on and buy something. You can stake land for as little as $10, as much as $3,000. So do something, stake something, anything like $10 to $3,000. What do you want to do? If you don't want to do a lot, do 10. If you want to do a lot, do 3,000. What I like about the land is there's limits to it. Guys like me wanted to buy everything. I wanted to buy 50 million different lands. I wanted to buy 500 different planets. Jonah's like, whoa, bro. How much money did you put in whatever? I said, I put in X. Oh, Jonah was like, you did that? I was like, yeah, bro, I did that. And he said, well, don't triple dip, man. Like, don't triple dip. And guys, don't get mad. It did give me and Tracy a planet. So Jonah's just like, don't triple dip. Here's a planet for you and Tracy. And the reason why Jonah knows who Tracy is, because Tracy was in my ear, and I was like, Jonah, Tracy is nothing. I am speaking through her in the community. And so Jonah's like, well, I would give her a planet too. I was like, okay. So I get some land, start small, just get 10, see what it looks like. Get 10, That's my advice. If you're trying to figure out if you want to do it, just stake $10. Yeah, nothing to lose there. That's my advice. Start somewhere.
And again, you've got to be in it to win it. You've got to experience it to feel that vibe. And I certainly do.
Yes.
Yep, I totally agree on that.
Yes. Okay, guys, that was a fantastic insight into Dorian's visit to Dubai. Thank you very much, Dorian, for sharing that with us and the viewers around the world. That was fantastic. Okay, now, sadly, we couldn't get our other special guest on this evening because he's in flight. He's in an aeroplane somewhere, you know, way away from where we are, and he can't make it this evening, which is a shame. But what he did do, he shared a recorded private message with us that we are able to show to you guys this evening. So if Meng just keeps everybody happy for the next few seconds, I will go into sharing my screen. Need to make sure that I've got everything in order so that you can hear the audio too.
So Dorian, you're going to be going back this November?
I'm going back soon. I mean, I don't have a wife or kids, so I have the resources.
Yes. Okay, guys, are you seeing the video now? Yeah. Okay, yep. I'm just going to play this short video recording from Daniel, from Leader in Italy, I believe.
Hello to all my friends. As you can see, I'm at the airport. I'm about to leave, but I absolutely wanted to be here with you to share my happiness about this great opportunity today. Daversal represents a unique and double opportunity for all Hyperverse users, and I would like to inform you that Daversal has decided to give you value to our old pending rewards. That's really a big thing. They are willing to help us, and of course it's like a win-to-win, you know, because I'm sure that we can and we will help Daversal to achieve great goals. Right now, I have already purchased all the available planets and all the available lands. This will give a great acceleration to my TFA, and at the same time, I can enjoy fantastic daily rewards. I want to thank all of you guys for your work and your will. Thanks, because you are giving great value to this project. I want to thank even all the staff of Daversal, Jonah, Mohammed, Ash, Mr. Neo, for their valuable efforts and the opportunity that they are giving us. And I want really to thank my brother Dorian, who believed in me in the initial phase when we started this fantastic collaboration. Thank you all for having me in this beautiful moment together. I know we passed through a tough time, but sometimes best is come. I love you guys. See you soon, and sorry for my English.
Guys, what I didn't do Daniel any good service. I owe Daniel something. I wouldn't have went to Dubai if it wasn't for Daniel either. Daniel was someone that showed me that Dubai was viable, and this was funny how it went. When I connected with Daniel on Telegram, and I didn't trust him, you know, at all. And Daniel's like, Dorian, I just got back from Dubai. And his eyes were like this. And his wife, his lovely wife, Samantha, we were on a Zoom. I'm like, let me see your account. What I saw in Daniel's account was his TFA was charged. He was withdrawing money in USDT Tether. I saw that he was already getting resources from the products. And he was excited. And he was like, Dorian, I'm going to connect you to Jonah because of Daniel's connection to Jonah and Muhammad, I was able to connect through Daniel through them. Otherwise, guys, Jonah wouldn't have had time for me. So it was Daniel that connected me to them and fought for them to actually, if it wasn't for that, I mean, I don't know, Jonah would have been like, who's this guy? We could flick him around. So I owe Daniel and Samantha a lot. And we have become brothers, even though he's halfway across the world. And Daniel and I talk every day, strategize, and he's a great friend to me and to this community, and I appreciate him. You know, so I wanted to give him that shout out.
Kevin, you're muted.
You're muted, Kev.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was just sorting something out in the back office. Daniel, Dorian, many thanks for your time this evening. It's been a great experience getting your insight from Dubai, and I'm sure the viewers feel much, much better watching and listening to you this evening. So many thanks for that. Okay, guys, and thank you very much, Sergeant Meng, for your appearance this evening. It's very welcome. Okay. So we're just going to have a little reshuffle in the back office because we want to bring on our next speaker, which is Sergeant Deborah. So just bear with me while I have a little reshuffle, guys. We need to change people around. There, and there.
We need to there, there, and there.
Okay, just 1 second. We have got some feedback from one of the
just 1 second.
Can everybody make
we have
sure
feedback from one of the
or YouTube
microphones. Can everybody make sure
on? Okay.
that they've got Telegram or you off, please?
Yes, definitely, Sergeant Deborah. Sergeant Deborah, if you could close all other windows other than the studio window, please. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, if King Ben is available, could we have King Ben? Could we have King Ben on video so that he can come on and speak while we're waiting for Sergeant Deborah to sort
Ben
out,
on video so that he can on and speak while
Sergeant Deborah, you must have a window open or something that's feeding back through the system. If you can close all of the windows and just keep this tab open. King Ben, are you available to speak? Okay, we're just waiting for King Ben and Sergeant Deborah to... There we go. That's Sergeant Meng. King Ben, are you available? Okay, we're just waiting for those two to sort out their audio problems. Okay, Sergeant Deborah, can you hear me? I'm not getting the feedback now. So Sergeant Deborah, you're live on air. Can you hear me? Okay, we're having some technical problems with Sergeant Deborah. If you'd like to log out and log back in, that should resolve that problem. And King Ben, looks like King Ben's logged out and he's going to log back in as well to see if we can pick up his audio. Do apologize about this, guys. Okay, what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to bring on Private J and I'm going to bring on Private Winnie just to keep things rolling until we get the technical support issue resolved at this side. Okay, Private Winnie, can I ask you, just a minute, I think we've got King Ben with us now. I've got your video. Have I got your audio, King Ben?
Yeah, I guess so, if you can hear me.
Excellent, excellent. I have you now, King Ben. Good evening. Sorry about that. There's some technical issues going on somewhere. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I think I can hear you. You're probably hearing me on 2 devices, am I right?
I can hear you quite clear. I've got Sergeant Deborah in the studio now. Sergeant Deborah, are you here with us? Good evening, Sergeant Deborah. You're on air. Can you hear us? No, it appears Deborah's having some technical problems. So can I ask you to take up the floor, King Ben?
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate being here. I just had to change my gadget also because the other one was misbehaving. I'm on a mobile now. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for having us, the General. I'm not quite sure how you would have loved this to get started off, but I think we've got something good going on here. That's where I can start because obviously we come from an environment that was, the energy was not very, very much good. And everything looked like it was going south. And all of a sudden, boom, there was Dow Vessel and there is Dow Vessel. So I think this is where we are. This is where things are happening. This is where everybody has got an opportunity to get something out of what they had already planned to think that they've lost it. But, we're getting something, and we're getting more, more than what we bargained for. I should put it that way. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Winnie and Jason, could you take up the studio until I help Deborah to get on air, please?
Certainly. I just want to thank Dorian for that enthusiasm. That was fantastic. Seeing the photos and hearing the stories, and just thanks for making the journey. Well, and you, King Ben, you went there. Went there and you met them and had an amazing time, didn't you?
Look, it was just not an amazing time only. I had this moment where, Dow Vessel, I think, got into me at that moment. The human beings that I interacted with, from Jonah, the CEO himself, Mohammed, Ash, and the other staff members. Of course, I didn't get to meet Kay, but as for those guys that I met, they moved my belief system, my belief level from 0 straight to 100, because I just wanted to find out. Stuff had happened, quite a lot for that matter. And I wanted to find out, do we have something here? And I discovered, yes, indeed, there is quite a lot that we have. And if you look closer, and more especially when you are in, there is a lot of people that have got a lot of assumptions and a lot of things to say from afar. But if you move in, it's a totally different situation. So I would invite everyone to say, rather than making a comment from very far, just come closer, and you will probably see a totally different thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, just a quick update. I'm just trying to raise Jonah because Jonah is present in the studio, but I can't get him to respond.
Yeah, I saw on the chat section he was saying.
And Deborah. Jonah, have you got a camera, sir? We've got here we are. There we go. Right, just a second. Let's move this forward. Let's rearrange. Good evening, Jonah. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Just give us a second, sir. Let me just rearrange because we've had some technical issues with two of our other guest speakers. Okay, Sergeant Ben. King Ben. Would you like to take it up with Jonah? It's an absolute pleasure to have you on our show again, Jonah and Mohammed. Welcome.
Wow, those are my heroes. Those are my heroes. First of all, I would like to appreciate the hospitality. It was something else, and for Jonah to have us, me and my colleague, I wasn't alone. I was with my colleague Apelio. You know, we had to go to Jonah's private residence, and very, very nice dinner there. I wasn't expecting that, but I had to fill up my big tummy there. It was a very, very good. And Jonah was very, very welcoming. Not the CEO kind of like a tense kind of like environment. He had to really stoop to our level so that we could feel comfortable, and that was a good sign for me that we're going to work with this guy. He understands, you know, how to engage with people, and that was very important. Later on, realized that following day I had to meet Mohammed. Mohammed is super like a judge, man. You know, he's just a straight cut guy. I love it with Ash, and you know, having a conversation with these human beings. They're great people. You know, you talk to Ash, you're gonna have to count in tens, if not hundreds, because it's just like that. If you're slow, you're slow, man. So I enjoyed the conversation. The more you talk to them as human beings, the more you understand what they stand for, what they mean, and all that kind of stuff. I had my own issues, some a little bit of negativity, challenges here and there. You know, when placing it on the table of Jonah and hearing the CEO say, well, Ben, we are aware of that one now that you mentioned it, and we're busy looking into ways of how to resolve it. Not in a dismissive way, but in a way that is very welcoming to the challenges that you think you're facing with the community, and you know, promising to take a look into those ones and bring solutions to each and everything. That to me was a lot, and it gave me something that said to me, look, I think I'm home here, and thank you very much, gentlemen. I really appreciate. So it's the reason why we have come back. We're organizing ourselves, and we're looking forward to be moving Dow Vessel in a very, very aggressive way. Get back to those meetings, meet and greets, presentations in hotels and stuff like that. It's quite amazing how you know, the energy that you planted in us is getting to pay off. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Ben. It's very humbling to hear that, and you know, you're always welcome back here in Dubai, and hopefully we'll be hosting an event here very soon, in wherever you want to host it, you know, and we'll be there to help support you. We would love to be part of those events as well, and you know, grow the community, help you support your growing community, and you know, together we will find a way to benefit from this amazing community. It's really, you know, I think it's more about overcoming some of the challenges that the community has had, and every time we take a step in the right direction, it's building a lot more, you know, confidence that we're doing the right thing from the company standpoint, right? We need to know that we're doing the right thing, and it feels very humbling to hear those words, because it knows that our efforts have not been in vain.
That's great to hear, Jonah, and I'm sure the viewers this evening will appreciate that for sure. Can I just try one last time to see if Sergeant Deborah has audio, because I know Sergeant Deborah was looking forward to speaking with Jonah and Mohammed this evening. So, Sergeant Deborah, are you with us now? No, unfortunately not. That's a shame, that. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, Jonah and Mohammed, and then we're going to pass you over to Winnie and Jason, members of the Bureau. So Jonah, it's fantastic having you on the show again this evening, and thank you for staying up, because I do understand it's very late there. So we appreciate the effort that you put in to join us and talk to our communities around the world. What can I say? Premium Pass NFT, sir. I managed to bag the gold, and how proud am I to be able to say that. Thank you so much. I mean, you know, King Ben managed to get a gold as well. And I think anybody that achieves any form of NFT has some great, you know, progress forward in helping their teams in the metaverse and the 3D realm. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Premium Pass NFTs and what you have in the next stage of development?
Yeah. First of all, I'll say I'll give some praise where it's due. Congratulations, Sergeant Deborah. I know your mic is not working, but I just remember that you actually recently reached elite rank, and hopefully soon on your way upwards. So congratulations to that. That's a major milestone, and I don't think it should be taken lightly. And of course, Kev, congratulations on getting that gold pass. I know it's a very, very sought after NFT. And of course, with only 250 in the collection, wow, that you just got the luck of the draw. And that's going to come with a lot of amazing benefits when Dalversal MySpace is gone live. What I can say in terms of Dalversal MySpace is that, you know, we have on a lot of things actually coming up that are going to benefit the ecosystem and also benefit direct leaders, community members, everyone that, you know, takes their meetings very seriously in terms of educating their community. So the Dalversal MySpace is essentially a way for us to all meet together and provide a more engaging atmosphere for people to actually learn more about Dalversal, while also being in one of the blue chip Dalversal products. We think that this type of technology is useful because I would say 90% of the meetings we have with the community or with other community members is always on Zoom and in platforms like this. So it only made sense that we would actually combine a platform that allows us to actually meet and have these type of meetings and the metaverse together and create a synergy where, of course, it can be branded Dalversal MySpace and allow this product to thrive. You know, like, this is essentially how 90% of the meetings, like I said, are happening. So to have your own space that you can customize based off of your own personality to keep your community members engaged, or to customize your space to help better benefit those community members is essentially the goal that we want to see, because it's a very valuable tool, not only in terms of the education side of things, but also for community gatherings, personal expression through your own avatar, and also a way for us to, you know, have AMAs and weekly meetups with the community, no matter where you are in the world. So this for us has been a very important part of our roadmap. We look forward to developing the platform out. What I can say in terms of future development we have for MySpace is kind of in two different areas. Right now, we are working on the final design for the Premium Pass space, because what you actually see on the website is the basic version. So if you like what the basic version looks like, I can promise you the premium version is going to be 100 times better, and it's going to be very, very exciting. I think when people
guys, sooner can't get him to
first time.
Have you got a here we are?
And with that, you know,
that's real.
We have the development of
just strange because we've had some of our
player me, which is actually integrated into that with your avatar system. So right now we have two different teams. One team is working on the game development, and the other side of it is actually working on assets that can be customized, and also the avatar unique traits that you can actually add on to your Ready Player Me avatar. As we've seen in our article, you're actually going to get a unique outfit based off of which pass that you minted. So our design team is now working on that, along with a lot of different areas, you know, of customization within the MySpace. So you should look forward to being able to show your NFT gallery, to be able to actually increase your seating area capacity. So if you have, you know, more of like a coliseum or more of like a theater where you would like to actually educate your users, you can encourage them to sit down instead of just standing around. And of course, if you're having movie nights, then, you know, everyone can sit down and kind of grab some popcorn and enjoy. So these are some of the areas that we're really working on in terms of customization, but then it also goes into the lighting, the mood, and the atmosphere, the wall textures, the floor textures, every area of which we want to be able to combine as many combinations as possible. So when you walk into a room, none of them feel the same, but in fact, it's almost like an exciting experience because you never know what someone's going to come up with. On the other side of things, we have a development right now, which I think I'll pre-release. Not too many people know about this, but we have development of our main token, which is going to be listed on some major exchanges. So this token is DAO-T, which I think a lot of people already know about. And we're finding ways that we can actually integrate the NFT pass and DAO-T. So maybe we can find some form of incentives for those NFT users to maybe get first access to DAO-T. And of course, if that's going to be listed on exchanges and be kind of our main ecosystem token, I think this will be something that everyone will want to acquire, but the premium pass NFT holders will be first on that list. So,
Jonah, I don't know whether I can take this excitement any longer, sir. That's absolutely wonderful. If that what we can see now is just the basic version, I can't wait to get that golden NFT in action to decorate the place up and make it look unique. So many thanks for that insight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so can I pass you on to Jason, Private Jaywalking Games? One of our Bureau of Forefront members has got a couple of questions to ask you and Mohammed. Okay, Jason, fire away.
Hey, guys, I just want to say first, it's an honor to be speaking with each of you. Thank you for what you've done for the communities around the world. It means a lot to this boy across the pond. Okay, so we gathered some questions from the community. This one comes from Paramedic, or Adam Price. I believe you're in the audience. His question would be, are there any plans to increase the amount of stone land one person can own? And my colleague Winnie spoke with him to get some further insight. And, you know, during the last land promotion, you could get 2 plots of stone. And this time you can get 2 plots as well as bronze and iron. The idea was if more are made available, he would be all over it. And I wonder if other community members feel the same.
Is that for me or Mohammed?
I guess whichever of you feel more comfortable answering.
Yeah. So land, I know when we had the land sale promotion, I think a lot of people got excited because they could really see how powerful our platform can be when you combine multiple different lands in terms of staking. So we've had a discussion, and there will be some news released very soon about increasing the land size and how much you can own at one time. I won't give the numbers, so I'll leave that for the announcement, but it's more than what we have now, for sure.
Well, that's very exciting. Just even from a personal standpoint. So, Adam, I hope you're out there and that answers your question. The second question you actually just mentioned, so maybe this is an opportunity to speak more about it, comes from Noble's son. Will Dalversal exist on any exchanges?
Yes. So we have several exchanges which we are partnered with. I won't, you know what, that's another announcement. I think that will come out next week. So we will announce some partnerships as well. We have a lot of stuff we're working on basically behind the scenes. Mohammed is doing an amazing job helping us, with promoting Dalversal to the right people and forming these partnerships. So yes, there will be some news of some partnerships that are coming up. Some of them are exchanges, some of them are blockchain-based companies. And we do plan on having Dalversal on exchanges within the first quarter of next year. And this is going to tie into the NFT incentives or NFT, programs that we have in store. So stay tuned for that as well, because those will be announced, I think, around the end of this month, and might be sooner, but we have to kind of do our announcements in segments, because we have so much good news to bring out to the community. So if we bring it all out at once, I think people will just get overwhelmed. I mean, it would be amazing, but let's leave some excitement on the table for later on throughout the month. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure the communities around the world are as well. Thank you, guys. I'm going to pass you over to Winnie.
Hi there. Yeah, Buddy Kinder's just typed in, we're already overwhelmed. We can take it, but we're fantastic. Anyway, great to see you both. Thank you for coming. First of all, Joan, I believe it was your birthday yesterday.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And
appreciate that.
Fantastic. And I wanted to say, well, apart from releasing 2 new planets, how did you celebrate your birthday?
I kind of just kept it casual, just enjoying some dinner with my wife, and spending it with close friends. It was amazing. I got surprised with a birthday cake, so it was good.
Fantastic.
It was a good birthday.
As long as
the real birthday is still to come.
Hey?
It's still to come.
Apparently there's more. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you keep saying to us.
Yeah.
You guys are so busy. Yeah. Well, okay. Which takes me on to the next question. Yeah. So, well, it feels like a firework display these past couple of weeks with all the things you've been bringing out, which is amazing. And, well, you obviously plan. We see you planning incredibly, but also being flexible and responding to us and our feedback. So I wondered, this last load of things, the Halloween, the NFTs, the planet sales, and the network reassignment, was that all, the timing of that, was that all as planned exactly, or was it in response to something particular recently that happened? To either of you, really.
Part of it, of course, was planned, but we have to be always flexible. And as such, as he mentioned, we're having like a few huge announcements coming up. One of them we're going to be leaving for around Christmas time. I can already share with you. It's going to be one of the bigger announcements. And stay tuned to set.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the community members have just made requests. So it's a combination of requests and existing partnerships we had. Mohammed has been, a CMO. He really helps dial in a lot of these partnerships that we have. We're very thankful for his hard work. And I think if it wasn't for having someone taking that initiative and getting us some of these opportunities, we wouldn't have as much to actually announce. We have Ash too, who's working on strategy. So I think it's a combination of everyone's, individual.
I will come and say hi.
Hello, Ash.
Hi.
Yeah, so it's just a combination, I think, of everyone's department, focusing on an individual task, right? And it just happened to line up that all of these, tasks kind of got completed in November. So we were able to announce a lot of amazing things. And still, yeah, a lot more things to come. But I think it was just the perfect timing. I don't know exactly how that went. We didn't plan it to be like that, but it was just perfect.
Yeah, and you didn't plan it for your birthday. That was the one thing. That wasn't the particular.
Yeah, that was an afterthought, honestly.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Shall I carry on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I just noticed Buddykins has just typed in, that's one of my questions. Will there be a Diversal app in the future, as some of us have issues on the phone and iPad?
I think there will be an application that's built for MySpace, but I don't know if that will come out in the first version. And I don't know if we'll have the main planet and land, platform actually, in terms of an app, that might be something that stays as a mobile client, or sorry, an online client that can be accessed by mobile. But we can always improve, I think, some of the things to do with the Galaxy. I think, if anything, that's probably be where it could improve, is, you know, being able to navigate the Galaxy on your phone. For me, even sometimes it's a little bit unstable. So I think that's something the development team is actually constantly working on to improve. And hopefully we'll see some major improvements in that area as well.
Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, do you think there's any chance of MySpace opening before 2024? Because we're so eager. I mean,
I would for that to happen, but I think it's going to be probably the first quarter of next year. That's just to make sure that, of course, we can launch, we can give time to the additional campaigns that we have. And of course, we can try and rally some more community members to get some MySpace passes. I know that probably once the platform's live, that's when we'll see a lot of people rush to go get them.
Sure.
Because then, of course, you know what I mean, they're gonna have an idea of really what they can do. They'll see other people that already have it, and they'll, you know, be able to then say, okay, this is something I really want. But we have a few more campaigns that are coming up that kind of aligns with the token I mentioned earlier. So in order for that to be successful, we have to give expected timelines and reasonable timelines, not only for the developers, but also for us to actually allow people to, I'll give a hint, accumulate some Doughty tokens. So if we rush too fast, then that would be less time that people can, you know, accumulate said tokens that may be listed on a very popular exchange.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Very nice hint there. Thank you.
Yeah, take a note. Fantastic. Now, you mentioned, somebody mentioned about the games that you're planning some games. Can you tell us anything about that, when that might be?
So Kay's been working on a game, which I think is perfect. You know, that perfectly aligned with the launch of the Dalversal Asian community. So we may see that game come out at the same time, or maybe shortly after the Planet sales open up for the Asian community. This is just our first game, but of course, this is one of many mini games you will see within the Dalversal metaverse. So yeah, I will have to save some of the excitement for Kay to announce those things when she's ready.
Great, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. What would you say has been the most unexpected or surprising thing that you've learned from the hyper community taking on board Uslot?
I think we both probably have a few things we could say on that. I think what is the most, like, you mean most exciting or most like surprising thing?
Surprising, unexpected. Or that you didn't expect, yeah.
I would say the most surprising thing is I've learned personally is that the community has really adopted the platform the way they have, and also kind of changed their mindset from whatever they've experienced in the past to now, you know, having a different mindset completely. I thought that, you know, this would take a lot longer to try and accomplish, you know, changing people's mindset. But I think because of the timing and because of how much people have already gone through, this was maybe something that came to be one of the better experiences through their journey. So for me, I was actually shocked that, you know, our platform and what we're doing, the packages, the TFA, everything has actually provided people with a sense of gratification, because to me, when I found out everything that was happening, I was like, we have to do more. We have to try and find ways to do more. And I think Mohammed was the one that said, like, let's just relax and let's see how the community takes this information and how they actually digest it. And then from there, we can take back that feedback and see where we can improve on. So for me, that was the biggest surprise.
Great, thank you.
Want to mention one?
For me, I would go back to an old Dutch company which produces electric equipment, Philips. They used to have an old slogan saying, let's make things better. So in the 40s, 50s, 60s onwards, when the devices that we now see nowadays as fridges, irons, and so forth, of course, many companies in the world used to produce it. They just used to take what was out there, the best version, and make it much better. After a while, people used to go automatically to Philips. Until today, like brands as Sony, they're one of the pioneers. So we saw what Hyper was doing and just make it better.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, okay. I suppose. Yeah, Kev, you had something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can I add something to that?
Definitely.
Can I add to that, Jonah and Mohammed? I would like to say a quick word regarding this. That what I found as leader of the communities and groups that I moderate is that members don't quite see how valuable they are in this ecosystem. And we are regularly telling them, advising them, and nudging them and saying, you know, you do realize how valuable you are to Dalversal. What would you say regarding that, Mohammed?
Absolutely agreed. Without a community, without the members, companies like us would not be.
I think hearing that from corporate, that's valuable. It really is, because people don't understand that they don't see the true value from the corporate side. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, I think in bigger companies, like Mohammed was saying, it's very hard to actually get to a C-level individual and file, let's say, even a complaint, right? If you have a complaint, you know, let's say you bought a Sony TV, you're not going to be able to go to to one of the executives and actually complain to the Sony, about the Sony TV. I think in this case, we have a more different approach, which involves us actually being a part of the community to really speak with them, engage with them, and find a way to actually improve our existing products and find a way to help people navigate, this, I would say, confusing area sometimes for some people, because maybe they're not too familiar with blockchain technology or just digesting the new platform. So to be there with the community, I think, is something that is more valuable than any other product we can actually announce, because together we go through it. Together we see the ups, we see the downs, and in the end we're all reaching the finish line together.
And if I may add to that, has mostly as well to do with our environment. Let's say, looking at some of the environments, you guys are coming from the West. Let's take the States. Let's look at the leadership there. How difficult is it for people to reach, let's say, governors or presidents or senators and so forth? While in the environment we currently live here in United Arab Emirates, Dubai particularly, it's not difficult for the common man to run into the sheikh, whether it's on the street, in the mall, or once a week they're having functions in their palace. The common man has always access to leadership. And because of that, and society will always strive. And that's something always that's in the back of our minds. Being accessible and being transparent is very important. Hence, we have an open door policy. People can always walk in, whether they're coming, living in the UAE or outside the UAE. We're always accessible.
Most certainly, yeah. And we really do appreciate that communications channel that we've got with our planetary node managers. And, I can vouch for this as a planet owner myself. we've had no problems whatsoever making communications with them, with the tech support team. And this show alone stands testimony to the openness and transparency of the company. We've never experienced this before. And this is what I was saying to members from past platforms. We've never seen it, you know, so this is a brand new, complete, you know, addition to what we've been used to in the past. So value-wise, 100%, and we really appreciate that, guys. Okay, Winnie, do you have one more question?
I think there's one more. Oh yeah, I wondered if you were able to tell us, give us an idea of the number of active users currently and which countries have the largest numbers at the moment.
I don't have that data on me right now, but I will say that primarily, I think the most active community members so far, as you know, is probably Italy. Italy is, they love Dalversal, and we love them. Yeah. And you know, I think also in terms of the numbers, I want to say it's over 60,000 users we've able to reach, and that's continuously growing, right? So I think we'll have a more formal announcement very soon, so we can give away the actual numbers, because of course I think it, you know, shows the strength of what we're doing, and also shows strength to the community that we're moving in the right direction, right? The more confidence basically we can give everyone, the better, and the more that we show that the community is growing every single month, obviously it's beneficial for everyone. So
thank you.
Okay, that's fantastic. Was that your last question, Winnie?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay, great stuff. Jonah and Mohammed, have you got 10 minutes for me to ask 2 more questions? Have you got the time? So we do realize that it is late over there.
Yeah, shoot away. Go ahead. We're already up late. It's fine.
Okay, guys, right. Okay, the latest NFT referral opportunity that you've offered members and non-members, I've got to say, sir, I've never seen anything like this before, and this gives members that opportunity to get on board that don't want to put fresh funds out of their own pockets. Okay, I know many members that really respect and appreciate that offer from Dalversal. Can I ask, will there be any other offers in the future? Have you got anything in the pipeline?
In terms of the NFT, or in terms of
the referral
okay,
opportunity?
I'll stick with the NFT. Oh, referral opportunities.
Yeah.
More, but that will happen as we release more products. You know, the more that we can keep the community members engaged and give them an opportunity for an additional way to generate some sort of yield is always you know, an incentive for the community, and it's always an extremely valuable tool to have. I think we'll see probably some things like that come out with MySpace in terms of even like unique items that could be maybe purchased on the marketplace, you know, unique furniture, unique things like that. We'll always find ways to be able to increase those type of programs, and of course, the more programs, or sorry, the more the more products we release, the more that will actually be available. So it just really depends on what comes out next and how we choose to get the community engaged.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. I just wanted to highlight it really for the members, because a couple of weeks ago, I did get many requests asking people if there was going to give them, if Dalversal was going to give opportunities where people could earn, like play to earn, so to speak. So this opportunity, the referral for the NFTs, is very similar, where they're not actually putting funds onto the platform before they can earn for themselves. That was the point. So what I'm highlighting is Dalversal are offering something by request. This was requested by the people to give them an opportunity to earn something before getting on board. So that's a fantastic opportunity, Jonah. Thank you. The last question then. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying not a problem. You know, we share success, as we've always said. So this is something we've believed in. And I think this doing products like this, doing like, you know, kind of a share to earn style campaign just validates that.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, this one, Mohammed might be able to answer this one. A couple of weeks ago, we did hear that there may be plans for new offices in various countries, but more specifically, the United Kingdom, where we live. Have we got any new news regarding that?
Yeah, there actually has been an office that has been approved, and right now we are in the process of finalizing the details and selecting, of course, some leaders to be able to represent that. So as soon as it's available, we will kind of rally all of the people in the UK and give them the same type of access to this office.
That is something in the pipeline for the first quarter next year.
For Q1 2024, yeah?
It's in the pipeline.
Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. I like I say, I can't take any more excitement. I'm going to open up the floor to see if Sergeant Meng wants to ask any further questions, but we will close the meeting very shortly because we do realize it's getting late for you. So Sergeant Meng, have you got anything to ask Jonah or Mohammed before we close?
Actually, I'm gonna give the thanks Jonah and Mohammed for joining us tonight. But I'm gonna give this time for Dorian, because Dorian was Dorian helped us set up this this meeting with both these fantastic individuals. Dorian, are you?
I'm here.
No problem. Go ahead, Dorian.
Hi. Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, guys? I don't know which one of you has the best voice, but when I remember when I first met you guys, I was like, wow, these guys are younger than my son. You know, I didn't know what to do, but I want to thank you guys for doing what you did, helping change my mind on the direction of this company, guys. When I left Verso, I felt like in the United States, we had kind of like dry sand going on. And I remember talking to some people and they were like, no, we're not going to do it. And I thought, oh yeah, you are. And I started a ripple. And now, guys, in the United States, we went from a ripple to we've got a flowing river. We've got people popping on, meetings going on everywhere, guys. I just want to tell you, here in the United States, we're gonna make you guys proud. I know Italy is dominating right. I know you guys had some big wins in China market, but in America, we're uniting and we're moving. We're working hard. It's a river.
Glad to hear that.
Yes. I have one question. One question for you, and it's not for me. It's not me asking it. I know I got to see it eye to eye, but do you guys have anything? And you might hate this, but I got to ask it. Do you have anything whatsoever to do with Sam Lee or Hyper other than the data?
No, I've never met Sam Lee, and I don't think I plan to. So I can say unequivocally, we don't have anything to do with Sam Lee, and the Dalversal team has been focused pretty much on the development of this for the past 2 years in the IFC. So this has been what you see is what you get. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Well, that's a bit stronger than that. In Arabic, we have a saying, no matter how many times you ask, the sky and the ground will never touch itself, no matter how many times you ask. So the answer will stay always the same.
It wasn't for me. Okay. I asked for our American community. But guys, I want to thank you again. I think you guys are amazing. Thank you for giving us direction to go where we had no direction to go in the Southern America tip. Because really, guys, we were looking for a direction to tell us. And here in America, I could say thank you to both of you for giving us a direction and a blueprint to follow, so the members that followed us could start getting some of their money back. And I do appreciate you guys, and we are burning it on both ends to make sure we can, here in the United States, we can give you guys what you require for our side of the world.
Awesome. And yeah, Dorian, if you ever need us to be on a call or help support your community, you know we're always here. So we appreciate it. And that goes for everyone. You know, Ben, Winnie, Kev, Jay Walking, Sergeant Meng, Deborah, I know you're not here, but I know you're here. We're all here to support you guys any way we can.
Okay, Jonah, thank you very much. We respect that. And yeah, absolutely fine. So guys, I've got to highlight this, that you heard it here. Okay, Sam Lee has nothing to do with this platform or company, which is fantastic news. Now we can start to walk forward in a positive manner. Okay, guys, now it's been a fantastic show, and now we normally finish is for everyone that's on the panel at the moment, just to finish with a couple of words to end the show. And with our VIP members present, it'd be absolutely fantastic to end with Jonah and Mohammed before we close. So let's start with Meng. Meng, have you got a couple of words that you share with the audience?
Yeah, just want to say thanks to Jonah and Mohammed for being able to make it here for the show. Thanks, Dorian, for setting it up. Brother, we're gonna rock it here in the USA. And then also King Ben and his fantastic community. I mean, what we're doing now is combining different regions together, and it's such a beautiful thing. So thank you for the audience, for a very long meeting, but it was very, very fruitful. We got to hear a lot of new things that Dalversal is going to be coming up with. So thank you.
Okay, over to Jason for a couple of last words.
I'll echo what Meng and Dorian said. I'm in the southern tip of the U.S. And like I said when I came on, Jonah, Mohammed, it really is an honor and a pleasure to speak with you guys. I'll keep it brief, but I'm putting my life back together after a really difficult period, very difficult. And Dalversal has offered hope to me, and I think it's offering hope to everybody. And as a gamer, I do a lot of things: art, writing, gaming, filmmaking. But I was lucky enough to be featured by Bungie for Destiny 2 last year, and I cannot wait to see what Kay is coming up with. And I saw when we were first looking into Dalversal possibilities of Twitch integration with MySpace, and I think that could be a real opportunity as well. So thank you for everything you've done. This individual member appreciates it, and I know that community members around the world appreciate it too. King Ben, thank you for being here. Your enthusiasm and leadership is infectious. And hats off to Ming, Kev, Deborah, Winnie, Dorian. Thank you all so much for being here.
Okay, thank you very much, Jason. And over to Winnie for the last few words.
Thank you, Jay. Well, yes, I want to thank you, Jonah and Mohammed, for being here and staying up late, and for everyone being here. And I think, well, the numbers on the platform are going to expand exponentially over the next few weeks. I think USA's jumped on board, Africa's on board. It's going to just spread seriously, I think. And thank you. We really appreciate you.
Okay,
Thank you, Winnie.
Thank you very much, Winnie. Last few words from King Ben, then.
Jana Mohammed, thank you very much for, producing such kind of a leadership. One thing that I can confess is that I came in here to close a very, very bad chapter in my life that had happened. And I had never had something going on like this. Little did I know that actually I was just about to open a very beautiful chapter. And I really appreciate that. I can tell you, over the past weeks, it has been communications with the old team that we've been pushing the old community with. And on Sunday, one of the top leaders in Australia is going to be, I'm going to have a meeting with her. She's coming on board. She's like, Ben, really, is it happening? And I'm like, indeed, it's happening. So it's not about them joining my team. No, they are not in my team, but we're bringing everybody on board. Everybody that we knew had a community, had influence. Now that we've seen the bigger picture, we're bringing in everybody. And I would like to appreciate General Kiv and the BOF team for that. You guys have been very instrumental. You hold our hands like nobody, could have done that. It was dark, and now the light is bright. But, it's exciting. I'm very, very excited. We're looking forward to be doing great stuff in this industry, because I think Metaversation has got a potential to have us redeem our names. There's nothing one can do when their name is damaged, but only to fight for it. And Metaversation is a tool to fight, to redeem our names, because things were not looking good for us where we're coming from. This is a potential where we put things together into perspective and we move on again. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic evening.
We want to say thank you to everyone watching, everyone who's over there, and everyone who has visited us, and everyone who's supporting us, and everyone who's been part from the journey, activating. Majority of the people, you know who you are. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, and a few last words from Jonah, if you don't mind, Jonah.
Yeah, I just want to say, guys, the success of a project is not based off of how powerful the product is, but really how powerful your community is. And I can say with confidence, we are building a very powerful community. And we are doing all the right things. Sorry about that. All the right things, I think, to actually hit new milestones with the project. And as a collective, we are going to reach all of those new objectives together. And, we have a lot of exciting products coming out. So please stay tuned and get ready, because we're just getting started.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fantastic, Jonah, and many thanks for staying up late at night and joining us on Metaverse Masterminds this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, VIPs, special guests and viewers across the globe, what we have witnessed here today is just the beginning of the Metaversation with the greater nations. The joining together of ideas and great leaders is what will guide us forward into the Web3 arena. We all have the opportunity to be a part of this great movement, and I look forward to meeting and speaking with each and every one of you as we transition into Metaversal and MySpace. Thank you everyone for attending, and I wish you all a peaceful night. Good night and God bless.
Bye,
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.